Most people will tell you that you need more views to get more clients. They're wrong. You don't need more attention, you need better intention. If you're posting but not converting, you are missing a 3-asset ecosystem. This is the structural bridge that takes a viewer from just casually browsing to a committed client. Once you see your business as an ecosystem and not a treadmill, you're like trying to win a marathon, you stop wondering what to post and you know exactly where your next client is coming from. Today, we are building your bridge. We'll look at the 3 specific assets that you need, and I'm going to show you the exact planner that I use to keep all of this synced up. I talk to so many business owners that are trapped in what I call the manual labor trap. They're spending like 15 hours a week just in the creation of content, and yet every lead in their business feels like a happy accident. I want you to imagine that you are hosting like the best high vibe dinner party. You have got the best food, the best music. Your party has the best energy in the world. But you forgot to turn the light on your front porch, and you actually never sent out the invitations. So you're just sitting in a beautiful room alone, wondering why no one is eating. Most business owners are sitting in the dark waiting for a viral moment to be their porch light. Your content should not be a prayer for luck. It should be a lighthouse that you control. If your content feels lonely, it's because it's operating like an island and not an ecosystem. So the first asset you need is the content asset. This is your discoverability engine. Its sole job is visibility. But for your champagne client, right, like the highest level of ideal client you have, this should not just be noise. It should be like an educational library. This YouTube channel is an asset. It works for me 24/7, and it tells the right person, I have the depth that you are looking for. The second asset that you need is your relationship asset. So think of this like the living room. It's where people go after they've watched a few videos and decide that they like you, they like your vibe, they like your energy, they like what you're talking about. For me, this is the magnetic visibility circle. It is an environment outside of the noise of, social media feeds. And so without this asset, you're stuck in a one-night stand business model, always looking for new viewers, audience members, whatever, because you have nowhere for the current ones to even go. Now, this can also look like just having your email list, right? Having a private channel, something like what Instagram had. Now, the third asset is your authority asset. This is the conversion layer. This is where your deeper expertise essentially lies. Your programs, your systems, your specific frameworks. Now, the goal here isn't just to get a sale. It's to help facilitate a decision for a client who is ready for transformation. So let me show you how I organize all of this. This is how I make sure that I'm not just making a video, but I'm building a business. And so in my YouTube ecosystem planner, I map out everything from the topic, the subtopic, but I immediately look at the connections, and before I hit record, when I'm in the planning phase, I ask myself, what's the relationship asset? What's the authority asset? And so you can see I have the deadline, who is creating it, which is me, but could work if there were multiple people or guest experts or something. I have a variety of topics, right? So identity, visibility strategy, asset and ecosystem creation. I have the various subtopics, right? And then I have my video titles. Once the video is live, I link to the video here, so I can always just very easily reference the videos. I have a section here for the video planning doc that I created, so I'll be able to utilize that and then just paste that here if I ever wanted to, again, quickly just reference everything. That relationship asset that we talked about, right? Like, where am I sending them? So I'm sending them to the magnetic visibility circle. And essentially, that also adds people to my email list. So that's like a double win for me. And then I think about, again, the video. When I'm planning out the video, a lot of times it's my premium membership. But how can we get better at promoting the membership outside of just here's the membership? So I think about the topic of the video, and then is there an authority asset that I can create that would greatly benefit the viewer if they were to use it, right? So case in point, this video, I'm teaching you the 3 different assets that you need. And I'm showing you how you can organize it, how you can start to ideate, right? And then there will be a way for you to get access to this particular planner. Now, moving on, right, with the content done, designs and images, and then is it published? And then I put in the publish date. So once I've done that, we'll move on to the next tab. You'll start to see topics and subtopics, I love this, fleshed out, right? So I have my North Star. Everything that I do when it comes to creating these videos revolves around this North Star statement, which is magnetic visibility happens when who you are, how you show up, and what you say are rooted in your truth, okay? So you can see that we have the topics, because as you are putting in the video topics and you're filling all of that out on that first tab, is going to auto populate here. So now I can start to see, okay, when it comes to the topic of identity, these are the subtopics that I'm talking about. I'm talking about authentic expression. I'm talking about brand alignment. I'm talking about self-trust. I'm talking about that CEO identity, right? When it comes to visibility strategy, I'm talking about YouTube. I'm talking about visibility. I'm talking about community, right? And then the next tab, this then breaks down your subtopics and the videos that you have done with them. Now, this is really dope, okay? Because you start with selecting a topic. So right now I have identity selected. And so it brings up the subtopics and the videos that I created around this. Let me explain to you why this is really powerful. Because I created a training, right? And it is here on this channel. I will attempt to remember to link it below, okay? Where I was teaching about how to actually end your videos, right? We're not just gonna be like, okay, bye. Every now and then, it happens, but we're talking about being strategic, and we're talking about building that Netflix binge watching effect. Since I myself have implemented this, my end screen conversions have been going up, right? And so if I'm ending a video, I need to think about, okay, what is the next thing that my viewer needs? Now that I helped them with this in this particular video, I don't want to just send you off, right? What's the next thing that I know that you need to tackle, that you need to deal with, whatever, that is going to help you continue to move forward? And so as I'm building out this library of videos, especially as I'm doing 100 videos in 100 days, and I have now like 38 videos, well, I can say, okay, this video is about identity. So what other videos do I have that revolve around the topic of identity? And let me see if any of these would be most relatable to what my viewer needs next. So this is so dope, because see, now I put visibility strategy. And so, of course, when we look at the subtopic of YouTube, we've done plenty of videos about that. But again, this makes it so much easier to be able to, again, strategically ideate how you're going to do your videos. Now, the next tab is just looking at all of the post that you made. And the great thing is it pulls the topics in. So even as, again, you had hyperlinked to them in the first tab, they're hyperlinked here as well. And so you can see, again, all the subtopics, the regular topics, when you publish them, all the things. So that's really helpful. And then the final tab is we have our content calendar. So you can actually see what you've posted, when you're posting it, what's scheduled, all the things, just so you can get an idea and just, make sure that you are on schedule for posting your content. If you have a video but you have nowhere for the people to go, you have a leak in your ecosystem. This planner ensures that every video has a job to do. The biggest shift that you can make is going from just thinking of yourself as someone who's creating content or being a content creator, one who is tired of the grind and the hustle, to being a business owner with a high functioning ecosystem. When all of these assets work together, you aren't just making videos, you are building a bridge. If you want to use this exact same spreadsheet to actually start mapping out your content and your asset ecosystem, then I will have that for you inside of the A to Z Tools and Resources library inside of Magnetic Visibility Circle Premium. Go to the link and sign up so that you can stop guessing at your strategy. Now, I already know what you're thinking, Quiana. I want the ecosystem. I do. But low views are scaring me. And I don't want to put out videos that people aren't even going to watch. Maybe I shouldn't do YouTube. Maybe I should just do Instagram. Maybe I should just do TikTok. I don't know. If that is you, I need you to understand how the actual system works from viewer to sale, even when the numbers look small. So I want you to watch this video next, where I take 5 minutes to let you know why your YouTube is not converting. I'll see you over there.